No, son, more than anything else, becoming a good cook boils down to passion. If you got that, there ain't nothing you can't achieve. So tell me, have you got it? Sure thing, man. That's the spirit. Your passion for the culinary arts is plain to see. All you'll be needing you'll be needing every bit of it if you want to become a master culinarian. Why, if mastery was a 12-course dinner, I'd hardly have finished the soup. I'd hardly have finished the soup. Make no mistake, our trade's as tough as old mutton, and passion's the only thing that gets us through the grisly bits. But enough talk. What do you call yourself? Well then, Will, welcome to the guild. To mark the occasion, I present you with your very own skillet. Ain't much to look at, but it'll more than serve a novice like yourself. Now then, let's see whether we can tell which end's which. I know I said you'd struggle to lift a spoon, but you've won me over. Now show me you can hold a skillet, and I'll get started on your first task. Great, culinarian unlocked. I see you're holding the skillet the right way, Rounds. Good. A culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. Get that into your head before you do aught else, or your food will look like shite and taste worse. Now let's see what you can do. For starters, I want you to make me maple syrup using your skillet. Recipe's as simple as they come. You only need two things: maple syrup and a fire shard. Jawsy sells sap over at the guild counter. Now time's a wasting, so get to work. It don't pay to keep folk waiting in our trade. Crafting log. Should have kept some clothes. Good supply. I need, what do I need? Mole meat. Maple sap. Okay. Last one. What in the 7 I was you waiting for? I told you to make me maple syrup, didn't I? The maple syrup's ready, is it? About bloody time. Let's see how it tastes then. Oh ho, this ain't bad. Flavor's alright, consistency's nearly there. In short, a damn sight better than a lot of novices manage. As you probably know, maple syrup is one of the most popular sweeteners around and a key ingredient in all manner of cakes and treats. What you probably didn't know is that boiling the stuff down gets you maple sugar, a different sweetener with different uses. It just shows how even the simplest ingredients can have hidden complexities. I said earlier that a culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. Well, that's just half of it. He also needs to know his ingredients, and that's that's something that only comes with experience. Keep your nose to the stove and report back when you're right for another task. Level 5. Ba, 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 ba. Come on, WILSHOCKER. You gotta be a great cook. Get that maple stuff. Basic touch. Nice. This is fun. Get a head bandana. You're coming at a good time, Will. Just so happens I need your help with something. One of the chefs buggered up an order a bit ago, and he's been down in the dumps ever since. Ingham, his name is, joined the guild a few moons before you did. Determined lad, but don't take failure too well. Any road, you can't have him crying into his soup. He plays havoc with the seasoning, see. So, I want you to try and cheer him up, and there is not like a good meal to make a man's mind off his many failings. A nice bit of grilled trout should do the trick. 'Tis one of his favorites. If I was to cook him up a plate, I reckon I'd find the experience slightly motivating. The main ingredient, princess trout, can be added to hyaline. It's for Ingham. What the heck is a hyaline? What the heck is a hyaline? Let's go to the Fisherman's Guild, become a fisherman, and catch the princess trout. How about that? That sounds cool. Well, a wish and welcome to you, adventurer friend. You've worked your way to the fisherman's bottom. When you want fish for just a day, you can call a culinarian, but we fishermen feast for life. I've set the bait. Think you're ready to bite? Hooray, hooray! Looks like we've got a live one. Let me walk you through the life of fishermen in Limsa Limenza. Since we're surrounded by the seas, the fishing sites are a fisherman's delight. If you can't fish it here, you can't fish it anywhere. While some of us rope our fish in with rods and reels, others skim the seabed with nets for creepy crawly critters. You might say we cast a wide net. People prattle on about our pullers just about everywhere in Limsa. And there's much and more I haven't mentioned. We shepherd the ships, preside over the ports, manage the mongers, all while making sure not to leave any adventurers out to sea. I'll wager you prefer to work alone, so we'll start you off with a rod and reel. Now you may not necessarily net the numbers net fishing yields, but polishing positively pulls prettier prizes. And that's the long and short of it. When you're ready for another bite of bait, I'll reel you in before the guildmaster. I'm ready. Hate to hear you'd had a change of heart. You haven't, had you? Accept. Spoken truly like a bespoke fisherman. Well, then it's time you met the guildmaster. But unfortunately, and somewhat ironically, our nefarious netmaster is out fishing at the moment. This moment and every moment, that is. So Sisipu tends to tend to tasks that require tending to, such as deciding whether you'll sink or swim with our guild. Sisipu's presiding over those pools whenever you decidedly decide to say hello. She might seem somewhat standoffish, but she's only keeping an eye out for sharks. Be yourself and have nothing to worry about. Okay, great. Yes, save your breath. I heard every word before you and Nomilika, so I know she told you my role here. As she said, Wawalago's supposed to be guildmaster, but apparently he has bigger fish to fry, so all his work falls to me. That includes making sure our new fish aren't shellfish idiots or potential anemones. Anemones. You've passed the first test by not laughing at that awful joke. Now you only need the first right answer to this question. Are you prepared to fish like you've never fished before? Yes. You're smarter than the majority of bottom dwellers that find their way here. Welcome to the guild. Now this wouldn't be much of a guild if we sent you out to sea with only a pole and prayer, so I suppose I spare you a few pearls of wisdom. Nevertheless, you're still going to need that pole and prayer, so at least provide you with the former. Here you go. One out of two isn't bad. I'll even throw in these lugworms, since you're not like to get far without bait. The rods we bestow upon our new fish are priceless objects, which is to say they don't cost anything. Once you know what you're doing, you'll probably want a proper one. But in the meantime, let's see if you can figure out how to hold your pole. Ready the one I gave you and your lesson can begin. Great, complete. Da 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 da. Fisher unlocked. You're looking quite formidable. Let's hope you don't scare all the fish away. Now, the first rule of fishing is to hold onto your rod. Take care of your rod and your rod will take care of you. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you. Since you're new here, we're going to start small, and don't come much smaller than anchovies. You'll find schools of anchovies swimming around outside in Galadian Bay, so you can catch your meager supply without even walking 10 yalms. Anchovies are hardly the most cunning fish in the sea, making them an ideal first assignment. Simply bait a hook with one of those lugworms I gave you, dip it in water, and then the fish will practically catch themselves. To catch lemons and anchovies for Sisipu, first select a suitable lure using the bait action. Next, approach the water and use the cast action to begin fishing. When you feel a tug on your line, use the hook action to reel in your fish. Great, so I'm going to bait, lugworm, got it, go outside, cast, I love fishing in this game. Come on, kill. An anchovy. Oh, I need 5. I need 5 of those? Okay. That's 2. Finger shrimp. Okay. Finger shrimp was obtained. Merlthor Goby. Trying to get a princess trout. I hope I don't have to look up how to get one. hurry. That's 4. Anchovies swim off every shore of Linza Laminza, so you can bring them back from anywhere you like, so as long as it's not the fishmonger. Here, Chovy Chovy, here, Chovy Chovy. Fair flock of feisty fish you've got, Giddy Guppy. Carefully they don't slip out of sight. Whoa. Wabbalago? To what do we owe the pleasure? A guildmaster's gotta get after the guppies, dividing up the daily drudgery, picking out a proper potable, and some other support and service. And who gets after the guildmaster? We have books to balance, you know. Books you should be balancing. I did my best to balance the books, but the bilge-keel bent the bow back, bouncing the whole batch off the boat. That's not what... You know it was just an expression. But that's neither here nor there. So long as you keep up the bit, well, your books will balance themselves. Don't let go of that head, of course. Any beginner can snag some anchovies, but you'll need to experiment with different lures and explore new waters if you want to catch the big ones. Fundamentals are fine, but the fun is fishing for new finds. Like my uncle always said, fishing's like philandering. You never know what you'll catch. And with those well-spoken words of wisdom, we will leave you to your wiles. Level 5. Well, I am level 5. A trial in mind for me. I smell that you haven't been neglecting your duties. A commendable attitude. No one's ever gotten worse at anything by practicing. No one I know, at least. Then again, you can't expect the same old tricks to work with new fish. Big ones don't grow to be that way, chasing everything that wiggles on a hook. To catch the fish you want, you must first know what the fish wants. Only once their prize is at stake can you tantalize and tempt your prey to taste the forbidden tackle. Anchovies may be willing to settle for lugworms, but harboring herring have a discerning palate that prefers pillbugs. But don't take my word for it, go and see for yourself. Pick up some pillbugs from Snarlhine over in Westhawker's Alley, then use them to catch 3 local harbor herring, like anchovies that can be caught right outside. Westhawker's Alley. In case you've a mind to return to your previous spot, you should know that fish aren't as foolish as they might think. Keep casting your line in the same waters and you'll find that fewer folk will take the bait. There's another one. Well, if it ain't well. You may have just taken up your rod, but anyone can see you've got the keen eye of a fisherman, and I reckon you're looking to make that eye keener still. Bigger fish, more exotic locales. Aye, that's what we all seek, ain't it? And it just so happens I can tell you how to find them. You see, the Fisherman's Guild has just finished constructing a vast boat equipped for voyages on the high seas. Far as I know, Captain Forgazil is still looking for a band of fishermen adventurous enough to brave the deepest fish hole of them all. If you think you've the stones for it, I'm sure he'll be glad to take you on. Great. So I'm going to the Westhawker Alley for fishing supplies. Pill bugs. Harbor herring. No princess trout yet. I might live stream this. You know, it might be interesting for people to join in. Maybe have a conversation or two, you know? Maybe. I'll work on it. Maybe. One more harbor herring. I knew I was going to need more than 3 baits. I'm hoping to run into the princess trout organically, but we'll see. Finger shrimp. That's not what I'm looking for. Harbor herring, that's what I want. Got it. Great. Now I'll get some pants, maybe.
Bring me 3 harbor herring. Well, this will test both your ability to use the pill bugs as bait and your ability to count. There you go. There's nothing better than salted harbor herring. Save for perhaps a fried harbor herring. Or grilled. No, definitely salted. You know, in the yesteryears of my youth, I used to use every fish I yanked out to yield a bigger one. A good gamble until the game got gargantuan. I guess I got greedy. So, whoa, where did you... Well, sometimes it's best to throw back the big ones.
Good gods, what's a guild master gotta do to garner a gain of gratitude?
Acting respectable would be a start.
Respectable? I sailed the seas and snared everything that swam in them.
And that would be an accomplishment if by everything that swam in them you meant fish and not lady divers. All you ever brought back were stories about carousing with trollops.
And he's just dancing.
But chauvinism is just a red herring. The harbor herring here are what's important, namely the lesson of thinking from the perspective of the fish when selecting bait. In that regard, I can say you truly have the mind of a fish, so here is a treat. Some of it might seem like gibberish at first, but you might make observation and jot down notes. Eventually, all of it will be gibberish. Well, take some time to study up, but be careful not to fry your fish brain. You'll need it for your next lesson. The fishing log is a chronicle of your experiences as a fisher. Peruse the fish guide for fishing locations and detailed fish data, or reflect upon your accomplishments by reviewing your records. I will take I see. I will take the pants. Dun, 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 dun. I need to be level 10 for the next part.
Can I make it to level 10? I guess so. That was a lot of experience.
This is fun. I'm having fun. What's that in your eye, Will? I know that glimmer. It's the eye of the fisher. It's the thrill of the bite, rising up to the challenge of our rival. Keep that spark alive, friends. You don't want to end up like Wabalago. Not that I'm worried about you. Oh yes, I can see it. There's a fire inside you, burning for fish. More fish. Bigger fish. It is time to feed that fire. Today is the day you catch your first big one. No one ever forgets their first. Journey forth to the banks of the Nim in Middle Lanaska. There you will find her, the Princess Trout. Take the princess and return here a man. Middle Lanaska. I hope I have the right bait. I'll stay here for a few minutes. If I don't get a Princess Trout, then I'll try a different water. There's a rogue angelus lily. Got it. Nice. Nice. That was fast. You'll find the Princess Trout in the Nim River. Don't forget to take your crayfish balls. And over. Depending on your perspective, you've either rescued or abducted the princess. A prim and proper princess she is. We'll ready her as a royal roast, a feast fit for a king. The king can keep his fancy feast. Any fisherman worth their salt prefers their trout prepared simply. Set like a surly, salty-mouthed sea hag. Hand her over here and heed how the cultured classes cook. A fine date will be when I take culture lessons from you. Besides, I don't send Will out to that river to fetch a fish for you. I sent him out to fetch a fish for me. For my lesson, that is. That was the purpose of the expedition. Anyway, as you should have learned, catching a proper fish requires perseverance, plain and simple. And this plump Princess Trout can testify to that. Continue to apply the lessons I've taught you, and before you know it, you'll be swimming in fish. Doesn't that sound appetizing? Great, I'm gonna take the straw hat. Perception plus 20. Complete. Dun 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 dun. Okay, what's next? Well, I have a I need a table salt. Oh, I need the okay, so let's do this way. Let's go to the Culinarians Guild. Let's get a bunch of table salt. Because I'm going to make a bunch of grilled fish. Nice. I got a lot of rock salt. Now I'm gonna go out. Dun 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 dun. This is fun. No, on a princess trap. I'm gonna get 5 princess trots. I have 2 right now. How relaxing. Princess trout's worth a lot of experience. Maybe I should get to 15. There's my 5th one. Master's Mend. This is awesome. Let's get to level 10 maybe. What is it? A grilled trout for me? Oh yes, I am quite fond of the dish, but what have I done to deserve it? Here you go, buddy. You're in a bad mood today. The guildmaster thought it would cheer me up, you say? Huh. Well-meaning though he may be, but food is not the solution to every woe. But come, let us see your handiwork. It is my duty as your senior to give you counsel after all. Get you a high-quality one, man. You better love it. You made this? Truly? The aroma. It's delightful. And the skin, ever so slightly charred, just as it should be. 12, save me. The thought of sinking my teeth into that crispy layer and tasting the tender flesh beneath. Oh. Beg pardons. As I was saying, this is quite impressive. In fact, I doubt even the guildmaster would be able to fault it. Trust me, I know. But I don't understand it. You've been here scarcely long enough to learn syrup making, yet you're already capable of this? Do you know how long it took me to achieve the same? 6 bleeding moons! Gods, I'm so utterly am I so utterly devoid of talent? No, I will not be outdone by a mere novice. I refuse to be outdone. My apologies. I thank you for the trout, and would have you accept this knife from me. Use it in conjunction with your skillet, and your cooking experience will be much enhanced. Do not mistake it for a gift. It is payment for the trout, nothing more. Besides, it would give me no pleasure to get the better of a man who wasn't properly equipped. Now leave me be. I have stock to take. Certain gear grants bonuses to your craftsmanship, control, and CP values. A higher craftsmanship rating hastens the progress of synthesis. Greater control increases the chance of creating high-quality items. And additional CP improves your crafting stamina. Outfitting yourself with an eye to your current objective will increase the efficiency of your crafting endeavors. Wonderful. Do I want the hat? I guess I want the hat. They all give mind control. Da, 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 da. Nice. I've got a bandana now. Got a shirt, got pants, got a bandana. That's another helmet. So soon too. It would be better if I could take that. Take the robe. Yeah, I'll take the robe. Fine timing, I need your help. Remember Ingram? Well, your grilled trout did wonders for his motivation. Led's been working his arse off ever since. Anyway, I thought I'd give him a chance to prove himself with a big order for delivery, but it looks like he might have bit off more than he can chew. Now everything he's made is made to me satisfaction. The problem being not what he's not made. And I ain't talking about a missing tool or a straight crouton neither. I'm talking about bleeding main course of grilled dodo. So I'd be much obliged if you'd whip up 2 servings in his stead and get him over to him quick. In case you're not familiar with the dish, 'tis one of the Bismarck's old favorites. You rub garlic and salt into a piece of dodo tenderloin, then grill it. Shouldn't pose a rising star like yourself no trouble. Okay. I need table salt, got that. Garlic and dodo tenderloin. Okay, let's see if I can get some garlic. Gallagher mint, need some dodo tenderloin. Do I have that? So where do I find a dodo? Gonna need to look it up. Chauncey has them?
Oops.
I got lost in my thoughts for a minute. What is it now? The guild mercers entrusted me with the preparation of a sizable order, so if you don't mind, I shall get back to work. Uh-oh, I didn't hand over high quality. Sorry, I'm kind of bored of the text, so I'm not reading it as earnestly. Suffice it to say, I'm not pleased at how things have turned out, but you've done me a kindness, and I always repay my debts. Listen well, for I will share with you information you should prove to your profit. You know what guild levies are, I trust? Well, there's a variety of calls for culinary expertise. They're known as tradecraft leaves. And they provide an excellent opportunity to hone your skills while earning coin. If such work interests you, I recommend you speak with Tamokiri of the Adventurers Guild, and on that note, away with you. I'm gonna take the, garb. Recommended gear. Adjust. Okay, so I need to be level 15 for the next quest. Okay, cool. Let's move on to Marauder and see what's next. I'm gonna do this next. I'll also be an arcanist. Can of whoop ass. That's a good one. Can of whoop ass. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. It is here that we research and develop the field of Arcanema. Arcanema is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence, to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. If you prefer an arcane art built on structured thought and precise reasoning, then your discerning intellect may find a home here at our guild. Might you consider enrolling yourself as an initiate? Yes, just as I predicted. Before we proceed any further, however, let us first feed your appetite for knowledge with a morsel of guild history. The roots of Arcanema can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave ether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as Arcanists, and the School of Arcanema was born. Many mages, wishing to expand their understanding of the world, took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limenza, Arcanists found themselves welcomed to the academic elite and soon secured positions in the realm of governance and council. The knowledge of an Arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Merylwib, counting several wielders of Arcanema among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So, at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanists Guild was established and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanema, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you invite such cerebral challenges, then you have to reaffirm your commitment to joining our guild. Sure. Accept. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Supergream. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild leaderships in the interim. You will find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy. Though her mind is sharp and critical, her manner is always most welcoming. Yes, I am Thurbergen. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Merle has doubtless explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Arcanema taps into the living energies of ether. The evidence of this is represented most aptly perhaps by your ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle in a manner of magic which this etherical ally employs at our command. This is so thick. The core of the disciple, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary. Even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An arcanist is measured by his ability to calmly analyze the situation from moment to moment and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanema will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Are you prepared to reason? Yes. Jeez. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. Here, take this grimoire in hand, and we shall next judge your appetite for our discipline. Golly. It is a hefty tome, is it not? I promise you, a grimoire's weight becomes a comforting anchor amidst the shifting seas of battle, a fact you will soon discover. In Lower Lanaska, you will find, among others, 3 species of pests: wharf rats, little ladybugs, and orlae. I ask that you employ your fledgling skill in Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. Leave the city through the Tempest Gate, and you will soon encounter the potential targets in abundance, as long as you remain focused and do not foresee these opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Oh my god. Once you return from completing this preliminary trial, thanks. Done. Oh my god. Godly. Jeez. Oh, my head hurts. Another daring soul come to join our crew, eh? Then let me be the first to welcome you to the Endeavor. Now this ain't your regular fishing boat. We sail it where we please, holding only the course the wind provides to us. Aye, that's the only way we can see the unseen, know the unknown. Captain Forzagil, if I may. The Endeavor is the Guild's only ship of this magnitude, and if we, as you say, sail only where the wind pleases to take us, we may not ever return to this port. The Guild may not favorably look upon such liberal use of its property. My apologies for foregoing an introduction. I'm Tanta, sent from the Fishermen's Guild to oversee this venture. Why am I here when this ship already has a captain, you ask? Well, as you may already know, members of our trade, Master Wawalago and Captain Forgigil included, seem to have difficulties managing time. I suppose the concept becomes something of an afterthought when one becomes so focused on water's surface. Regardless, I am here to ensure the ship adheres to its schedule, both by managing its finances and ensuring new crew members board smoothly. The Endeavor shall embark upon any number of predetermined routes, each of which have this port as their final destination. Rest assured, if you fail to join one voyage, the ship shall return before long. The route we travel will be determined by our departure time, and you may speak with me if you wish to know the route before boarding. Pray bear in mind that we must keep to a strict schedule. We cannot take more crew members after we have begun boarding, and there are no exceptions to this rule, even for captains. Aye, I hear you. When we board the ship is when we get to the exciting part, fishing. Here, take these lures. They're certain to attract something worth displaying on your wall, or at the very least worth eating. Okay. Should be enough to last one voyage at least. If you're looking for other kinds of bait, you can buy it here on the docks or in the ship. Try to switch it up now and then, because if you only use the same bait, you're gonna keep catching the same fish, and that ain't why we do this, is it? Okay, fishing boat, got it. And one last thing. While whatever here may be in charge of the particulars on hand, once we're on the ship, it's my word you'll heed. So when I say we're fishing here or there, we're sailing there, I won't hear no objections. As long as we're clear on that, I believe there will be bounteous fish for fishing for all. I'm done. I am taking a break. Leave a like, hit subscribe. I will be back next time.